about rug hooking. It's all about rug hooking here. That's really the main thing that we do. We try to hook rugs and live a good life, and that's what we're about at Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio, hookingrugs.com. Our special month this month is a month where we've released Wonder at Silent Cove, and this rug is about wondering about life and about what's the meaning of life, I guess. And it's about understanding the beauty in solitude, and also accepting sometimes the loneliness that comes with solitude. So it's a many layered rug with a lot of story and a lot of richness. And it's, of course, hooked in very kind of pastel colors. And they're not the usual pastels, I guess, that we think of. It's not, um, uh, it, there's no, I guess when I think of pastels, I often think of yellow, and there's no yellow here. Um, really, there's creams and rich creams. So it's sort of like a combination of pastel and neutral. Now, you saw that I was working on this last week, and I started the sea last week with this blue, which is one of our studio dyed. So I'm just going to work on that a little bit today with you, and I may go grab, well, let's put in a roof. I love this color. And I mean, you could use black in here really easily and it would look good. But I thought I might take this color, Briggs and Little yarn. And it is, I'm not sure the name of it. I just don't know. I'm sorry. But it is under our Briggs and Little. It's a heather. And I'm just going to put in a roof here. And I'm wondering if maybe I should just do all the roofs in that color. Doesn't that look good? I'll find out that color for you in a couple of minutes. I'm going to go out and check. I'm going to go down and do this roof. If you want, the roofs here could be 3 different colors quite easily and quite nicely. But I'm kind of, if you'll notice, like at Wonder at Silent Cove, that's a really limited palette. And sometimes when we limit our palette, we can do really good things with it. We don't always have to have 100 colors or 40 colors. We can have many shades of one color, and that's what I did in that rug. So I think that's a good tip for you, is to just limit your palette. And so that's why I'm going to just use this one color here. Don't know what I'm going to put inside those windows. Maybe a blue, like it could be like a cream, like the icebergs. And now we'll do the last roof. And that will make it easier for me to do my water. This is good old Horizon Blue. It's never failed me. It's a good color. Got myself tied into a knot here.
Woman just said she's getting her winter tires on. The mechanic is interested in seeing what you were doing.
Well, let's teach the mechanic how to hook rugs with the very basics. So you take I'm taking 2 strips, I'm putting it underneath, and then I'm putting the hook down. And when I put the hook down, I catch the wool, I bring my end up, and then I go down. And I don't hook in every hole. And one of the mistakes that people often make is they hook along and then they pull too hard and they pull out their last one. So you just want to keep your tension fairly even, right? Just keep it nice and steady and even.
So is the roof the same color as that line you put through the bottom?
Yeah, it's the same color.
Someone just said it was hard to tell in the video. So
yeah, it's the same color as the line. The roof is the same color as the line that I put through. Yeah. Sometimes if something's on my frame and it's shaking, it really bugs me a bit. So I have to stop and move things around. This is going to be pretty steady, this color here. Something's still shaking. Oh, those scissors maybe? Maybe these scissors? I don't know. Something's bugging me. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. I feel like I might need a third color here. Angela, I wonder if you have something in that bin that would work that you brought in for the show today. I'm going to have a look in there.
I don't think there are any blues.
No. I see one there. That's a sari, isn't it? That's more of a mauve. So this blue here now is starting to look very much like the gray. So I can see that I need more of this one. Down here. Just going to separate those a little bit. Oh, that's quite pretty. So let's go out. I would like to use another Briggs & Little. We've used a lot of Briggs in this and some River Stream. I would like to go out and just let's see if there's another blue that we could use. Let's go out together. I'm going to just take these with me and we can walk out to the front and we'll check on the name of that color. That's looking pretty good though, I have to say. But so I'd like another blue that's kind of like this one. Come with me. Come on. So that color that I used is called Brown Heather. Now, I wouldn't call that Brown Heather, but that's what it is called. So I could go a deep, like this might work. We're using this. That is too blue. And we're using this. So this is just a shade lighter. So this is Nova Sky, our new Nova Sky. It's a different shade, and Advocate Blue. So maybe I'll just bring in that Nova Sky. I'll bring them both in, and then I could decide. So I'm going to go by you. Okay, come on in. Let's see what we have. I've always loved this color. So maybe I'll try some of this. This is just our Briggs and Little yarn. So remember, you can only get this pattern here until November 1st. That's our last day for selling it. So if you want it, please get your order in so we can get that out to you.
And what's it called?
Wonder at Silent Cove. Yeah, it's Wonder at Silent Cove. And is it still up under the new section?
It is.
Okay, great. Just to give us a little... a little bit of direction here. So I think I'm gonna, yeah, I think that's okay. Now I'm gonna open the Nova Sky. So this is just one shade lighter than the other, which I can't remember what I called it. Was it Advocate Blue, or I can't remember.
You did say Amherst.
I did say Advocate Blue. Great. Okay. So we need a question for today, folks. Well, let's talk about something silly. If you have a dishwasher, do you still wash your dishes by hand?
How is the dishwasher?
I, after 30 years in my home, bought a dishwasher. I've used it twice. Once when I had a lot of company, and once to wash my wine glasses because they were always spotty. And it's great. It's clean. I know that I can get things clean. I always feel like if someone has a cold in the house, I would like to have a dishwasher just to wash them really good. And I mean, you know what I wash dishes like, right? Yeah. I'm not the best dishwasher in the world, but I have been mostly hand washing my dishes. So what about you guys? Do you have a dishwasher? And if you do you use it? That's the question of the day. Silliness, that's what we do here. We specialize in a little bit of foolishness. And so some of you might have saw that foolish video that we posted yesterday. And then someone said, I love your marketing strategies. You have great marketing strategies. They commented on Facebook. And I'm thinking, this was the strategy. I was on my way out the door the other day, and I thought, wouldn't you like a little mystery in your life? Wouldn't that be great? And so I came back. I scratched that down on my book. I said to Angela the next morning, do you think we could do a video? Or I said to Patrick, what about if I wore a black coat? And so like it all just came together in 24 hours. There is no strategy. I just want you to know that. So, I mean, sometimes we do plan and think about things and everything else, but the mystery art project has all been, it's like, it's appeared to us like a mystery. Do you know what I mean? Like it just came. Remember that? You said, well, maybe we should do that in the winter last October. And I said, oh, no, let's do it right now. Do you remember that? Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, because it was Halloween. So there's no mystery to it. But I want to tell you, this is the mystery. The mystery is if you want to be on the list, the wait list for it, go on and sign up because you're going to be the first to know when it's available for 2024. And what we'll probably do is we'll probably make it available in October or November. I'm not sure yet. Oh gosh, you can hardly see the difference between those two. And once it becomes available, it's probably going to fill up very quickly. We're going to keep it no bigger than last year. We can't do any more. And we're excited about it and we're looking forward to doing it. But we're just going to keep it the same size. So there's no more room than last year. We're letting the people who are in it this year pick first to pick their spots first. And after that, it goes to the wait list. The wait list is right on the front page of hookingrugs.com. So go on, get your name on that wait list, and come join us for the Mystery Art Project for 2024. I've got 12 new rugs planned and ready. You get the video with them that shows you how to hook them from start to finish. This year, you're going to have an option for downloading, or you can receive the whole kit. It's completely up to you. Now we'll see how these two colors go together. See how they blend it? It's just a really gentle blend. You can hardly notice it. But that to me makes them really good for each other. Because when we get at a distance from that, you're going to see just such a subtle change.
You think the people who did the mystery art last year will be different, like quite a bit different this time for them?
Yes, it will be. I was careful about that. Well, I made them all. There is one design that is reminiscent of last year because it was one of my favorites, and I made some changes to it, quite a few changes to it, and all the rest are completely new. And we added new elements, like I just added like design elements of buildings and barns and different things like that, and a lot more interesting skies. A lot of work on my skies. And to get the 12 rugs, I don't know how many I had to make, like something like, I don't know, 20 or something to get 12. Because at first, the first few that I made were just not, they just weren't right for the mystery art project. They have to be the right kind of feeling and setting to work, for that project. It's a very special project. And I think next week on the live, I'm going to talk about framing your mystery art and just show you how to frame a couple of framing ideas for the mystery art project. So that we talked about that, didn't we, Ange? We talked about doing that on the live, doing the framing instead of just leaving it for the mystery art. We could just talk about how to frame the beginners.
Sure.
For, give them a basic little, and talk about how to hang them and stuff. And I'll show you some of that next week, how we did it here in the studio. And look at that, a little dark wave. Okay, so that's enough of that. We might work on the water some more next week. I want to give this a little switch-a-roo, and I want to get up at this sky. So I got another gray for the house that I'm going to use.
Under your feet.
It's under my feet. There it is. I'm going to use this gray for one of the houses. Maybe that one over there, I think. And then I'm just thinking about the sky and outlining that iceberg. And I'm going to open this. This is sheep's gray, one of my favorite colors. That's like one of my favorite colors means it's one of 100 probably, because I love so many colors. And I am going to take two. And I have to decide, we're just doing 2 icebergs, right? And I think, so the lines drawn on here are not reflective of what I'm going to hook, really. They're just giving me a guide. Do we want 1 iceberg or 2? You guys answer. Do you think 1 iceberg in this piece or 2? Go ahead. Just put your comments down, 1 iceberg or 2. I don't mind. I'm going to do whatever anyway. But I just feel like, or 3. 3 houses, 3 icebergs.
Yeah, I got a 3.
Yeah, I think so too.
I got a 2.
You got a 2.
Another 2.
Another 2. Okay. I'm not sure. I'll put 2 in and then I'll decide.
Someone else said 2. Don't get a lot of 2s.
Yeah. The 2, I feel the 2 is going to add more balance. How are we doing for time? I feel like it's weird though. I don't know. I'm going to put a 3rd one in and then we'll see. Oh, I don't like the 3. Maybe it's the shape of this one. Let's change the shape. That's better. Okay. And then I'm just going to start with this little bit of white and see where it starts to turn pink. That's where I'm going to cut it off. Touch of gray. Okay. This is kind of a buttercream, not a real white. Now, in the course that comes with Wonder at Silent Cove, I really go into hooking icebergs with you. We hook one large iceberg, and it's a great lesson in hooking icebergs. So if you're interested in this, you might want to take the course, and the course itself comes with the digital download of the pattern. So that's a really great thing. I'm going to just take a little bit of this blue. And then I'll just finish those off later, but it's just, okay. So let's see what we got for this week. What yarns and stuff we have for this week. One of the things I'm doing is hanging up some of the mystery art projects from last year. So we'll show you those next week. So I wanted to show you some pastel colors. These are perfect for your Wonder at Silent Cove. Let's have a look at this. This is called Ivory, and it's a slub. Just look at this.
Beautiful.
Is that not gorgeous? And so it goes from pale yellow to tan to gray to cream, and it is gorgeous. Now that is a slubby mix, and it's ivory. So it's 50% Blueface Leicester and 50% merino. This yarn is backcountry merino, and it is just in a natural form. So, but it has a yellow, beige, yellowy, cream color to it. And Corriedale Sliver, I always say sliver, but we are told that it is sliver. And I don't know what color that is. It says on it right here. We have smoke in that, and we have the pale pink, which is shell pink. And this is fleece, so you just pull it off and hook away on it. Have a look at that. And then our Nordic sand in our Nordic wool. Nice, thick, beautiful sand. And this, I'm not sure what color this is, Ange. Do you know? It's one of our saris. Not really sure. Mauve, our sari mauve. And then this is our flesh. Is it blush? Yeah, because it's very pink. So that's our blush. And you can just order the pattern. And like I said, when you order the course, you get the digital download of the pattern. So there's the small pattern on linen. And here's the large pattern on linen. And I just want to say that if you wanted to do this in a completely different colorway, you absolutely could. You could make it strong colors. You know, you can express yourself with this pattern just like any other pattern. So you could do royal blues and golds and reds, you know, whatever suits you, is whatever is your Wonder at Silent Cove. You just feel free to go for it. So we did do something else this week too. And I just want to show you those. So we have, I know that, like, I'm not a crazy seasonal person for things, but we do have a course online called Home for the Holidays, Hooking for Home for the Holidays, and it's there. And I just want to show you some Christmas patterns. So we have the Father Christmas stocking that's available right now. Some new patterns that we just added to our website. I can throw it on the floor. Absolutely. And this one is called Anticipation. And this is a picture of Santa outside, and the kids looking out the window. And when my nieces and nephews were little and my kids were little, their uncle used to dress up outside and go by, and they would look out the window before they went to bed, and then they would have to run up to bed. And then this one is Christmas in the Harbor, which is a couple of wreaths on the sheds and a boat with a wreath on the cabin of the boat. So there's 3 nice designs for Christmas, and I think they're kind of fun and joyful and good little Christmas patterns. So that's, I know that we don't do a lot of Christmas patterns, but we do have some on our website. So if you go to hookingrugs.com, go to patterns, I think it actually says Christmas patterns or seasonal patterns. I'm not sure, but there is a whole section there. So thank you for joining me this week. Come back next week and we'll talk about, what are we going to talk about next week again? Oh, we're going to talk framing. Yeah, we're going to talk about frames and framing a little bit. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being part, those of you who were part of the Mystery Art Sessions last year, thank you. And we are going to start again on the 1st of January, but you'll be able to pre-register in either late October, early November. We're not sure exactly yet, but we're working on getting everything ready for next year, and we want to be sure we're ready before you join. So thank you very much. And you know what I'm going to say now, because I always say the same thing, but it's worth saying, that when you share rug hooking with people, you don't know what you're sharing. You could be sharing love, community, friendship, solace, who knows what. I just know that I get the letters, right? I get the letters that tell me it did this, it did that, and it made a difference in their lives. And so for me, that means it's worth doing. So I'm going to keep showing up, and I'm going to keep sharing rug hooking, and I'm going to count on you to share it too. Because when you share rug hooking, you just never know what you're sharing. hookingrugs.com. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.